I thought I'd show you how to make any of these sculptures. To do this, the only thing you really need that's unusual is the brass rod. The brass rod is easily bent. Well, not easily. Some people have a problem with it. But you can change it, change the position of it. Sometimes I do a sketch like this just to give you some idea of where to go. I have my trusty soldering iron here and the flux. You always have to flux things before you solder them. So we'll do that, a little bit of flux on here, and here, possibly here and there. We do a little bit of solder. You don't have to be exact with all of this. That's the beauty of it. If you don't like it, you can change it. And it appears as if you're always going to do the same thing when you lay it out like this, but you find that each time you do a drawing, it does become different. It takes on a personality as you do it. Now, I have lots of parts of other sculptures that I've done that I didn't use. The eyes are the most important part because they determine a lot of the personality of the person and their disposition, whether they're happy or whether they're sad, or whether they're just miserable, and the lips as well. Noses are a big deal with people. I prefer Asian noses, or no nose at all. So I have arguments with my students who inevitably make big noses for some reason. I think it's just a feature that they think will identify the sculpture. So
what is the stuff you're putting on the
this
brass?
is the flux. Whenever you melt metals, you're dealing with oxygen in the air that wants to combine with the metal and makes an oxide, which keeps the fastener, whatever it might be, welding or soldering or brazing, it keeps it from sticking together because the oxide acts as an insulator. See, none of this is planned. The beauty of it is it's spontaneous. And if you don't like it, you just simply take it apart. See, right away, the minute you start to get eyes and nose and mouth, you start to get a personality. Doesn't talk to you but it will start to say what's right. You have to be careful because this is hot. And you have to have asbestos hands. It's important not to let the iron get too hot, or it loses it just simply won't transfer the solder. You have to get the joint fully heated all through, or otherwise you can't just plop it on and expect it to stay like a piece of adhesive or something. You really have to heat the joint. Sometimes the brass rod has a coating on it that should be taken off before you try to solder it. The best part of this process is that you can work on it in a vertical position. So I've drilled a 1/2-inch hole into this block of wood. And we can put it up. And she starts to sand. Not really. Let's see. Would have helped if I had this. Then if you don't like what's there, we can always stuff in some more wires to just to support her. These might come in handy later on to attach things to. Always make the eyes separate. It makes it much easier later on when you want to change them. And the lips you can change as much as like. It does make a difference, doesn't it? As you do these things, you look at it critically from a distance. And I build many at a time and go back and work on them because it allows me to develop them. And you can, just by changing the color of the eyes, and the eyes don't have to match. They can be different colors, and the eyebrow can make a big difference, whether you turn it up at the edge, or the hair can come down over it and still contribute to the strength of the thing. It must be strong, though. That's the one thing people have a problem with, is making things strong. I've done it so much that I automatically think about things like that. But this is just to make her stand up. Come on now, girlie, stand up. There we go. And there you have it. And that's the way you do it.
Hi, my name's Cynthia Chapra, and I'm one of Joe Ferguson's students. And I'm here to talk about a little bit of creativity that I got from Joe because I was doing smaller stuff. He wanted me to be creative and do larger stuff. So he started this whole process of this sculpture by giving me 3 pieces of wire and saying to bend them. I did that, came up with some beautiful curves that I liked, and that's where it started. I ended up liking the way the curves were going and getting excited about doing this. And after bending a bunch of wire and getting it together, Joe was always pushing to put the glass in. So I was going to put my glass in, which was green glass, but Joe said that wasn't my glass, and he gave me this red glass. So I ended up with red glass, which I really love. He probably knew better because he thought it's going to blend in with the plants. So the red glass was pretty inspiring. So the process for me, which was a long one, was to start this out. And last summer I had this in the yard, and it was red glass mostly. There was nothing else there. At the end of the summer I went back and realized that it just was sort of blah. So I started working on some orange glass in here, thinking it looked good. And Joe showed me some yellow globes that he had. And he thought, oh, those might look cool. So I saw them and I thought, yes, they would look really cool in this. And I ended up incorporating them into the design, which actually added a lot to this design. And it also helped me to incorporate my butterflies, which I know Joe truly hates butterflies. So that made me very happy. I was able to incorporate my butterflies, having them fly around these yellow globes, and finally to get to this point. But through all of it, I had to be creative in finding a way to curve my glass, because I had all these curves and I wanted the color to go all around. So over the time, I was able to learn how to do that too. And I came up with this amazing sculpture that I now have to grace my garden and to give people something else to talk about. And I'm very happy that I did. But creativity, it's not a one-stop thing. It's something that keeps happening. And every time you see new things, you get inspired with other ideas, which is just what happened with all of this.
Perfect.
And I'm very happy.